Hello, in this example we are going to have a look at a couple of ways to make things simpler for you when you're creating spreadsheets within Excel. Sometimes within your job role you will inherit a spreadsheet from somebody else. If this is the case, then the template for that spreadsheet will have already been created by someone else, and so all you'll have to do is just add in the data you need to. However, sometimes when creating a spreadsheet you might have to do this by yourself, so as the spreadsheet might not exist at the time. So there's a couple of ways you can do this to make things a bit quicker for you rather than having to keep creating a new sheet every time you need one for the next month or product or whatever the new sheet needs to be for. The first route of doing this is by selecting multiple sheets before you actually create the worksheet layout that you want for your spreadsheet. So we're going to insert a couple of extra sheets down the bottom just to demonstrate. Select on the first sheet in your workbook, hold down the Shift key on your keyboard and select the last worksheet. This is now grouped together all of these sheets so they're all selected, and you can see this up at the top where it says group next to the workbook name. We're now going to type in just a couple of information just to give you an idea of what the template might be. Of course, this would be something more relevant to what you would need. We're going to add in some borders just to show how building this up, of course, can take a little bit of time. And so let's say you've now created your spreadsheet however you want it to be. And of course this will be the same for each month, let's say in this example, but of course there'll be different dates and you might have a bigger spreadsheet than this, but this is just an example. Once you have done this, then hold down the Shift key again and select the first sheet, and it's now unselected all of them. If you now select on each sheet though, it's now identical. So what you've done is you've now created 6 sheets all the same, ready to be used. You can then rename these, of course, for your months, for example, etc. as you go through, and of course you can then fill in the information. And as you can see, of course, it's only on that sheet because we've now unselected them all. So this is the one example you can do when creating a spreadsheet. So you can select more than one sheet before you actually create the layout of your sheet to begin with. Let's say, for example, in your workbook, you went straight in, created your template, forgot about selecting the sheets to begin with. You've done all this work and you've now realised actually you wanted it again for the next month and again and again. You could, same again, insert more sheets, start again, or the second option you can use is the move or copy option. To use this, you just right hand click on the sheet you want to create a copy of, select the move or copy option, select move to end, or select the sheet you want the copied sheet to be positioned, tick the create a copy option, click OK, and it has now replicated that sheet. You can then of course rename this to however you want it to be called. This route is quite a good one as well because it allows for if you've forgotten to select multiple sheets to begin with, or if you've inherited a spreadsheet, rather than having to create another sheet, you can then just copy a previous one and delete the information inside. You can of course copy more than one at a time. So if you same again select Jan in this example and using Shift Feb, right hand click, move or copy, move to end, create a copy, and you'll see it's now created another 2 copies. And you can keep doing this again and again until you have the amount you need. So there are just 2 ways of making things just a bit simpler and a bit quicker for you when you're making spreadsheets with multiple sheets within them, with the spreadsheet created in a certain way with borders, information. It just makes it a lot simpler for you when you're creating them and can save you a lot of time.